Yo, 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 3 minutes to go. It rhymes, so it's true. Let me know what you guys think of the countdown timer. I know it might be a little annoying. But it's great to be able to make sure the camera works, everything smooth on the stream before we go live. Get ready for the hangover stream. Host Superb Owl. Smash the likes and subscribes. Check out our sponsors, Bybit and Marketcipher, links in the video description below. Five minutes is a really long time. Better than the waiting for Tom Crown prompt. Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. If you gotta go, well, no, first, smash the likes and subscribes. If you gotta go midstream, feel free to leave a tab open. It helps the algorithm. The longer you watch. Average view duration, very important. "90 seconds. I'm gonna get to read chat more. It's all wins. Are you prepared for spice? Hopefully I'll say something positive today. We'll see. Hopefully. We'll try. How's the music volume versus my voice? See, this time is so valuable. Grab your hangover cures because we're about to start. A little low is good. Just supposed to be background jams. $250 of us here. All right, let's start it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back, everybody. Great to be here. I hope you guys had a very spicy Super Bowl Sunday. It is now Monday, and it's time to get back to the real world, but I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of hungover. I didn't even drink much. I haven't been drinking. It is what it is. No judgments. But grab your hangover cures because we've got some charting to do. Quick recap. Last time we were live, we were looking at a potential broadening wedge pattern. Maybe I should make myself a little smaller. Potential broadening wedge pattern. We did see a break to the upside yesterday, but we're missing one critical element of the broadening wedge pattern, and that would be right here. We missed it. What we would have needed to see to play this out is a back test of the high trend and a move to the upside. Did not quite get it, and now we're back in uncertainty. Not a great place to be. Not a great place to be. We could, of course, redraw it and say, okay, now it's this, but let's leave it the way it is. I think that if we move it, we're really just looking for what we want to see. So let's get into the stuff. Let's get into the stuff. Lots of news, lots of hype today. What's going on here if you're out of the loop? I believe it's today. Is it today? CPI data, one of the most important things for the Fed's interest rate decisions coming up. Is it today? No. Is it tomorrow? It's tomorrow. At 8:30 a.m., we're going to get the core CPI and CPI month over month for January and year over year for January. Forecasts 0.4% for core, 0.5% for CPI, and 6.2% for year over year. This data is going to be really important. The better this comes in, the more we see inflation being tackled, the more likely the Fed is to take a dovish stance in March for our POW meeting. You're going to have to forgive me for my energy today. I'm going to do my best. I'll probably end up waking up halfway through the live, but I'm doing my best here. You guys are doing your best, and I appreciate you. But all eyes seemingly on the CPI tomorrow. So set your alarm clocks, wake up early, right? I'll be there. Taking a little look at the overall space here. Crypto fear and greed, according to coinglass.com, sitting at 48 or neutral after its first adventure into greed in quite some time. Good to see that the sentiment's cooling off a little bit. We've talked about this a lot here on this channel. I believe that the move from 15.5 to 24 and change is in flux when it comes to the question, is this a dead cat bounce? Is this a real rally? I think it's in flux. I've been saying this, and I'm going to stick to it. Basically, the more people, the more hype, the more excitement that is built on this rally, the more likely it is to be a dead cat bounce. Might sound counterintuitive. However, I've seen this in crypto time and time again, and honestly, I don't see a reason to dismiss it. The more we believe, the less likely it is. The more bearish we can stay, the more likely it is to be a real rally. It'll take a little time to figure that, to kind of compute that in your brain, but you'll observe it over time as well. With the CPI data coming out tomorrow, what might actually be maybe the best case scenario is not dovish data, and maybe perhaps inflation not cooling, etc., and creating a little bit of fear around the Fed's next interest rate hike. This could lead to a local sell-off, but I think that we need to keep the fear high. We need to keep retail uncertain, unfortunately. I wish there was another way, but that's the only way I've seen this happen. What I've seen is definitely some euphoria on the 24-25K touch, but there's still the flag or the signal for me that the dead cat bounces off the table is going to be really when all of those bearish, I'll say influencers, but your perma-bear friends even, they don't have to be famous. Once they go, oh, F, this is going up, I got to get back in. That's typically when we see it reverse. So I haven't seen that yet. Actually, I haven't seen any of that. Have you guys seen any of that? Let me know in the chat. Let's look at our top crypto gainers. Then I'm going to read the chat for a little bit. I want to interact with you guys, and I want to see what you're looking at, what your thoughts are on this rally. And honestly, maybe we can open it up to a little broader conversation. If you want to ask me questions about anything, we'll open it up to that. It'll be a first in a while. So top 10, our biggest movers, our biggest caps in crypto. Bitcoin, down 1.3% over the day, about a 6% loss on the week. We'll take a look at that after the chat. Ethereum, similar to Bitcoin with a little bit more exaggerated losses here. 3.3 on the day, almost 10% on the week. Tether at 0.999 cents. BNB, this is going to be the big loser today, so I have it in the title, and I do want to talk about it somewhat. BUSD in spot number 7 on the crypto cap. Some interesting news going on with BUSD, and Binance is definitely, the Binance coin is definitely feeling the pain. This is the largest loss over the last 7 days. It's about equal to Doge, except BNB hadn't rallied quite the same as Doge. So BNB in a worse position. This is very likely to do with the BUSD. We'll call it FUD. It's not really FUD because in general, FUD has to be made up. BUSD, I believe, we'll take a look at the news, but I think that there was a statement from regulators saying that Paxos, well, no, we'll get into that. Don't get ahead of myself. XRP down 3.6 and 7.6 day on the week, respectively. Cardano following suit. Doge, it's hard to find a green chart today, isn't it? Let's see how far we have to go down our tops. Avalanche at 0.1% for the day and up 1% for the week. Avalanche being, I guess, leading the strongest right now into this kind of overall crypto market cap dump. Let's look at the biggest gainers and losers, and then I'll grab the chat. So what's big here? I don't recognize any of this at all. Do you guys know any of these coins? FLX, LQTY, Bond, XCP, SHI, Angle, BNX? I do not. Big losers. Zigzag leading the way with minus 33% on the day. Rich Quack, ZK Space, Circuits of Value. There's an old name I recognize. This one I do. Circuits of Value was, as far as I know, only traded on Bittrex, maybe on Coinbase now. Kind of a long forgotten project, to be honest. I definitely have bags of it still. Vela Token, DigisDAO, Panther Protocol. We saw this in the last one. I have to go all the way down really to PivX here for the next one that I've ever heard of. PivX is, I think, a proof of stake privacy coin, down 20% on the day. Pretty across the board losses there. Pretty savage. How should we do the organization? I'll leave my live trade up. I opened a new trade since the live stream. I will get into that while we go into Bitcoin, but let me take a peek at the chat. We got 431 viewers. Loving it. How's your day, or how's your guys' days going? Let's get 420 likes, guys. We got the people right now. We could make this happen if we all cooperate in this moment. We can make 420 likes happen, and we can get our 420 license for the new week. We're gonna need it. This week is looking a little sketchy. We're gonna get more into the charts. We're gonna take a look at your favorite altcoins, follow up with some previous trades, etc. But let me pull up the chat here. Holy blinding light theme. Thank you, Clap Show. Yeah, the lights are a little bright today. I had issues with the camera and the green screen, so I had to crank that up. Fuzzy Pants holds bond. Nice. X Factor. That was made up by Gary. Trying to save his hide, maybe. If you're here today, put something in the chat. Let me know you're here. Let me shout you out. If you're here and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe right now. Help us get to 75,000, 3/4 of the way to our YouTube checkmark. And after we get the YouTube checkmark, I'm going to stop harassing you guys about subscribing. Because after that, I don't care, really. I just want to get that checkmark. Let me know you're here. We're on our way. We're racing Bitcoin. Pork, what juice am I hitting? That's like a blue Raz. Pishta, what's up, man? Yo, Tom. Sup, man? Long Mountain. You'll leave for 420 viewers. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. 180 crypto. 420, that's right. You got me. Thank you, my friend. Chill out with BUSD doomed FUD. It's barely down. Chewy, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that right after this. I said I want to interact with the chat a little bit. Guys, yeah, again, subscribe if you haven't, but let me know you're here in the live chat. Put something there so I can shout you out. We can open it up to some questions or something. You know, today the markets are down, but it's not super spicy yet. And so maybe we bide our time a little bit and maybe we'll catch a move here on the live. I just want to do maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes of just seeing what you guys are looking at, what questions you might have, open it up, make it a little more back and forth as opposed to one way, just trying something new. We're always trying new things here on this channel. We're always trying to stay dynamic. That's right. New day, new trades. Drew that. Adrius, how you doing, man? Tech Ken. Priyanash Sharma, how you doing? Oh no, Y2K says we need 840 likes today. All right, I mean, that's high standards. But we gotta, yeah. If Oh No Y2K says it, we gotta do it. Dan Chronic, what's up? Shout out TMK. I don't know what that is. Cilantro Island is longing AMC. Maybe we could look at AMC. We haven't looked at too many stocks lately. I have a pretty good history of stock charting. Joshua Tree, LFG, that's right, man. Let's F and go. What's up, Crypto Dom? Alltrack 89 JQR. Yo. Big Tuna Crypto. What's up, dude? Gerben Koopmans, Thomas Elhart, Honda Man. What's up, Honda Man? Don't worry, you'll be way ahead soon. It's going to 19.5, then maybe 17.7. Well, if you look above me, you will see I did open, maybe a little revenge trade style, but I did open a short at a very logical point. My stop was tight, and it's still open. I actually opened it in two segments. I don't know why. One's 5x, one's 10x. I don't really know why I did that. It was kind of just like accidental, but is what it is. They're currently up 13 and 7%, so we're sitting pretty for now. I do still miss that freaking... I'm still trolled about my like 23.8 short getting stopped out. So this was a little revengey. Probably not good. Not a good example. Let's go, baby. That's right. You quit your job to be here, Up and Run. That's dedication, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. James Cadwell. It's more CPI FUD than BUSD. See, this is why I wanted to give it a little talk. So you guys will notice that it's no secret. YouTubers, and even myself at times, use let's just say it, pretty shitty titles, right? BUSD doomed. Well, BUSD is kind of doomed, at least to my understanding, but the implications of that are not that big, at least in my opinion. We'll get into it more. But I like this back and forth because the one-way streaming, it's good. It's good, especially when I have a lot to say. But on days I don't, I think we should try to kind of interact with the community more, get a little more engagement, kind of have a more personalized experience. What's up, Siljo, Mad Cat Pat? Jow, greetings from Germany. Guten Tag. Guten Tag, Germany. How long are you in the crypto space? I have been streaming. I've been streaming on YouTube about 4 years, crypto. And I've been in crypto about 7. About 7. I honestly don't remember the first day anymore. It was a date I thought I would never forget, and then it's just been lost over the years. Though I will admit my memory is not great. What's up, Justin Todd Cervantes. Paul Gray, March 3. Years for you. Nice. Congrats. John J. UK, what's up, man? Batter Al Batter. Favorite 420 strain? I'm not picky. I'm a not picky. What's up? What's up? What's up? Mike Bearded Heretic. What's up, man? What else? Who did I miss? If you're here, don't lose this opportunity. We don't do this every day. We are live here every other day, aka we will be live again on Wednesday. So make sure you tune in Wednesday. But yeah, we don't usually do this, but let's see how it goes. Sol buy a jam. Buy high, sell low. Let's go. Right on. Tassio. How you doing, Tassio? Tassio, I thought you had a wrench. Did I say that last time? We'll just give you a wrench. Doesn't matter to me. Don't yell. My head hurts. I'm sorry. Is the volume too loud? Let me know. I know I'm hungover too. You can probably tell by my energy. My energy is way lower than it usually is. Promise I'll be way higher energy Wednesday. Big fan, sir. Thank you, Irfan. What's up, Kevin VG? Who did I miss? X Factor. You were here earlier during the stream. Charlie Chanson. Guten Tag. Rake Addicts. No pullbacks. No mercy. I love it. Why is BUSD doomed? We'll get into that. In fact, while I do this, let's just pull it up. CoinGecko. Let's just BUSD. Tools, anytime, past 24 hours. Maybe news? News in the title? Are you serious? What is this BS? All right. BUSD. BUSD news crypto. Here we go. Here we go. We'll get into this in a minute. So again, it is looking like BUSD is going to be phased out, doomed. But guys, I'm gonna hit you with some real thoughts here today. So don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just relax. Crack that beer open. Crack that hangover cure open and just chill with me. Vibe with me for a little bit while I get my energy back. James Caldwell, you definitely deserve more than 100K. Thank you, sir. What's up, Clap Show? Big hands, little spoon. My spoon's too big. If you like two-way, you should try three-way. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, my friend, but all right. I like it. All right. Is crypto gluten-free, asks Funk Monkey, and the answer is definitively yes, it is. Fun fact. Crypto needs Red Bull. Hello from the UK. Shout out to all our UK viewers out there. You are appreciated. XRP Crypto Nation. When Moon? Moon now. Moon is all about perspective, guys. You might not feel like it's the moon at 20K, but it was the moon. If you go back far enough, 20K was a number that people said was impossible. Would never happen. Time proved them wrong. Can you tell us how provable in 7 year? Asks Hugo Miguel Fonseca Mushi. I have no idea what that means. Can you tell us how provable? I don't know. Downtown Music. What's going on, dude? Johnny Two Pockets. Hey, man. Peckham, Jonathan Schaefer. Sour Alien OG. Crypto Tiptoe. That's a hard one to say. Pizza Slice Token. What's up, dude? Fud Expert. Joggers Wild Prospect 708 LFG. It is time to LFG. Maybe I should get into the content. Gluten, not gluten. Oh, it is what it is. Time heals all wounds. Deep. Has anyone said Fever, underrated project? Never heard of it, Antonio. Forget 20K. What about 11K? Honestly, 11K, a little interesting to me, but it's all about perspective. I really, as a person who has had time to buy at 10K for years, don't really have interest in it. In order to get me really excited, Bitcoin would have to go to levels that might give you nightmares. I won't spook you today. What's up, Death Shadow, dude? Fever, oh yes. Okay, that seems like a bot thing. Guy asked about a coin no one's ever heard of, and a guy shows up with the name of the coin. I don't know. Kinkel Simon, what's up, man? Good to be back. Good to have you back. Good to have you. All right, let's see. With 400, almost 500 watching, we have no new subscribers yet. There's still time. Take the scribe-ginity right now so I can shout you out. Let's get into more content because you guys are clearly bothered. It's okay. You're clearly bothered by the BUSD doom. So this, of course, this is very new breaking news. This is not something that we've had weeks to research, get the details on. So take everything you hear, as I always say about news, with a pinch of salt. This needs time to unfold. But from what I read, it does appear that BUSD will be phased out. It is unlikely that BUSD will see market cap growth, but that's okay. This isn't related. It doesn't make an impact on Tether, doesn't make an impact on USDC. I don't think DAI holds BUSD as collateral. So let me explain the situation a little bit, and then let me give you the hot take thoughts I have, because you're going to feel better afterwards. So it was reported on Sunday that the SEC intended to sue Paxos for selling BUSD as an unregistered security. So that is odd. That is odd. A stable coin as a unregistered security. I don't believe it offers, I don't think it offers or promises any return or yield. So it would, in my very limited knowledge of the legalese around that, doesn't really fit the scenario. Oops. Correction. Oh, there's a correction. Corrects that Paxos said it would cease issuing Binance USD at the direction of the New York Department of Financial Services, not the Securities and Exchange Commission. Okay, so interesting, didn't start with that, but that does change it up a little bit. It's the New York Department of Financial Services, so maybe not being sued as a security. Let me see what the rest of this article says. Paxos will stop minting new BUSD tokens at the direction of the New York NYDFS. So right here, one sentence. This is essentially BUSD doom, right? Not doom the market's doomed, but doom as in if they're not going to mint more of it, it's likely only going to trickle off, right? That's logical. So it's a slow death. With the news coming just after a report of the legal action from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. It was reported Sunday the SEC intended to sue. Maybe that was it. They were intended to sue. BUSD is a branded Binance stablecoin issued and managed by Paxos. Paxos, very legit to my understanding. So I don't think this is about foul play. I don't think this is about shady dealings going on. I think this is actually kind of odd. It's kind of odd. Maybe, and you hear these conspiracies, kind of these people talking about the USDC being maybe in the eye of the US government as like the digital dollar kind of thing, and maybe this is just shutting out competition. Who knows? This article just repeats itself. What was this, written by ChatGPT? Like, it just repeats itself over and over. The department is monitoring Paxos closely to verify the company can facilitate redemptions in an orderly fashion subject to enhanced risk-based compliance protocols. All right, so this article didn't have nearly as much as I wanted on it, but underlying theme here, if they're not going to issue more, it eventually will trail off. It might not disappear completely, but without new issuance, BUSD is on a slow path of dying, right? Here is the turnaround. Here's the hot take. So this is FUD in the sense of people are using this or weaponizing this as something bearish. They're creating FUD. They're creating a sense of fear in the market, saying, oh, BUSD dies, the whole all crypto's dead. No. Anyone who says that has been in crypto like 2 years, maybe 3. They haven't been in this space, because if they had been, they would understand that crypto existed. Let me see. I think like 2018 was really the advent of Tether. It existed before then, but no one used it. But that's when it got kind of popular. So it's 5 years ago. but it didn't get as popular as we see it or as a staple in the crypto economy, stablecoins, until, I don't know, the last like 2-3 years. Bitcoin was fine without stablecoins. Just fine. It'll be fine without them if they go away. And equity or assets. Think of that correlation. A strong dollar puts pressure on assets. When the dollar is very strong, people are selling assets. Yeah, asset prices go down because the dollar is representing more purchasing power. The same is, I see it as the same is true for crypto. If, you know, we actually, a really good example would be BTC UST. A chart maybe I'll bring up very, very briefly if it still exists. This is a really good example. Not DT, UST. There we go. Here we go. No, this sucks. They got rid of it. They scrubbed it. That sucks. Diffinex? There we go. This isn't right. This is wrong. Why is this wrong? I might not be able to bring up the example. And right. It's DT again. Might be really hard. I think in general, everyone has stopped trading UST. All right, well, I can't find the charts, but essentially it's the same concept. If the dollar weakens, if stable coins weaken, their purchasing power is reduced, it will cost more of them to purchase the same thing. So if people have been so afraid of USDT collapsing, I admit that would be pretty fundamentally crippling, but in no way a death sentence for crypto. What happens? So logically in your brain, what happens if Tether or BUSD or whatever starts declining, right? I wanted to pull up the UST chart because that thing went to like hundreds of K because UST wasn't worth or didn't have the purchasing power of $1 anymore. But what happens logically? So, it could happen to, like, if it happened overnight, it might be different, but likely to be slower, right? So as UST erodes, BTC UST goes up simply because UST doesn't buy as much as it did previously, or BUSD, right? The liquidity has to go somewhere. So say you do have BUSD, I don't, but I have USDT, and I'll say if it happened to USDT, what would I do, right? I would look to sell that USDT. What would I sell it into? Where would my liquidity go? Well, if markets act rationally, they're going to take the path of least resistance, and they're going to look for liquidity to sell into. Where would that liquidity be? It probably won't be USDC. Probably won't be another stable coin because people aren't going to want to sell their $1 for less than $1, right? The logical path is that it flows into assets. Just as the dollar and stocks or the dollar and gold correlate with each other, so too, I believe stablecoins would work in the same fashion. You're welcome to disagree with me, and if you do, put it in the chat. Let me know. What's wrong with that theory? No one has seen this happen. The only example we really have is the BTC UST thing, which I can't find any charts anymore. There used to be. You could even have a similarity between Bitcoin versus other currencies, very similar, versus the Troy, versus hyperinflating currency like Brazil. That impacts the Bitcoin chart. I think that with the size of BUSD or USDT, the logical place for that money to flow is going to be Bitcoin, as it has enough liquidity to absorb it. Obviously, you see some in Ethereum, you see some in all caps, but that is my thesis. That is my... honestly, that's what I've been saying since USDT got popular. I've been saying when this collapses, everyone started getting afraid because I thought it was going to already collapse. I was wrong. They're like, duh, it's the end of the world. No, it likely will collapse into the assets. Some will be somehow withdrawn, but how do you redeem your USDT? You can't. You can't. I can't. People, institutions maybe or whatever can. But at what scale? And once it starts collapsing, that would assume maybe they're bankrupt or something. Who's going to redeem it? Nobody. They're just going to say we're not going to redeem it. And now it's worthless. That's my thoughts. Funding. Really quick. Funding. Kind of neutral. Funding used to be such a good indicator. It really doesn't seem to be anymore. Didn't seem to be. Let me see. Let me look at the chat. Hey, yo, Crown Big Dog. What's up? It's Autopilot. How you doing, man? Techkin. Patrick. Mr. Mushroom. No lag here, James. Good. You're lagging? I'm lagging? Let me double check. Am I dropping frames? Looks like I was dropping frames 4 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, and a few seconds ago. Shh. 1 second. Let me see. See if we take the other devices off the house's Wi-Fi. That's not good. It's not good. Let me see if something else will help. I'll close a bunch of my tabs. That could help. Close a bunch of tabs. When you have too many tabs, man, it's a thing. Okay. So that was my tirade. That was my long-winded explanation of my thoughts. Man, the lag was bad. Could you still hear, though? The internet has a hangover. That's seeming pretty spot on. Thanks, Orangey Glad. I appreciate you. Apparently we froze? Shit. Yep. Actually, I can see that in the viewership. You can see that right here. I'll show you guys. Right there. You can see viewership was pretty steady. Hit a peak. Fell off. Boo. Screw you, Tube. Screw you. Let's turn the tunes off, too. Sometimes that helps. Quit Discord. You know what also seems to help sometimes? I'll open the task manager. There we go. Let me know if it lags anymore. Let me see if anybody put their thoughts on there. What's up, Dean Putin? Donatello Cabrera. Daljit Cower. Tiago Cardoso. Lagging hard. God. It's not lagging for you good. Banks. What's up, man? USDT is fine. I agree. Death Shadow. Interesting question. Death Shadow asks, if BUSD becomes scarce, would its value go up? So that is an interesting question. I get the logic. Behind it. I guess. So scarcity isn't the only element of price. When it comes to really basic economics, it's scarcity divided or multiple, whatever they do, versus demand. So if scarcity goes up but demand doesn't, then you would expect the asset to appreciate. If scarcity goes up but demand drops, if demand is dropping harder than scarcity, then logically it would lose value. However, this is a stable coin. I don't think people are really speculating on the upside of stable coins. It would be a silly thing to do. But it's a good, I like where your brain's at. I think the scarcity involved here would be redemption, meaning converting to another stable coin, and demand would not increase. It's an interesting question. X Factor, CBDC is going to slow down. A good thing, I agree. High Life, USTC is up 15% today. What is USTC? There's too many acronyms, too many tickers, man. What's up, Mike Bennett? Ooh, Mr. Gavin, making an appearance on a live stream. Haven't seen you in a while. You have good news. I will, for once, I never do this. I will rarely open up Discord. My connection sucks. What's happening? Hey, here's the good news. Thank you, Gavin. The good news is Crownanalysis.com finally got approved by AdSense. This took 3 months, maybe 4 months. I have no idea why it wouldn't work. Whatever. Crownanalysis.com is our new project launched this year. It is a market, business, finance, econ blog. There's a bunch of articles written by all of our different community members. Check it out. If you're interested in writing, join the Discord, shoot me a message. We're looking for more authors to publish. But check it out for your updates on everything markets. It's a good time. Thank you, Gavins. Appreciate you, brother. Jason James, Bitcoin will go higher if there's no USDT. I don't know. I'll say this. Bitcoin's upside growth has been less than before stablecoins existed. I'll say that. What's up, Lucky Thoughts? Tiago, man. How you doing, brother? The Pickle. The man himself. Appreciate you. Lazarus Hand. Use case. What use case? Tetchken. What do I vape? I try not to talk about it because YouTube does not really like it. If you're under the age of 18 or in your legal age in your country, vaping, smoking is not cool. I'm not endorsing it, YouTube. Don't punish me. Still lagging? Are we still lagging? No, it says we haven't dropped frames in 5 minutes, so that seems pretty good. Let me know, though. Thanks, Andrew. Yep, Mike, refresh the page. If it's still being weird, refresh the page. Streaming fine, thank you. Thoughts on the Rihanna halftime show? She's hot. Heard that's good for Bitcoin. Agreed, I concur. Those are also my thoughts. Mr. Hart teaches, keep an eye on USDC, USTCB, USD, BNB. Agreed, keep an eye on BNB, USDT. Man, too many letters. And Bitcoin money flow between those. Makes sense. Just in Circle, USDC filed regulatory complaint alleging Binance mismanaged reserves in 2022, Bloomberg reports. Syed, did that just happen? That's pretty spicy. Huh, weird, January. That's odd. All result past 24 hours? Nope. Circle. Huh. I can't find it. I don't doubt you, but I can't find it. Market cap went up 6 billion in 3 minutes. It happens. What's up, T? What's up, Jeremiah? Doesn't matter. Who else is here? Phil, Who, Patrick, White Buddha, new shorts opening. Diego, let's go Bitcoin. All right. All right, that was pretty good. That was probably longer than I really wanted to. I get so zoned. I get so tunnel visioned, man. We did get some new subscribers. Otaku-san, welcome. Chicken Nugget, great name. Thank you for subscribing. Dip Shizzle Fishing, The Librarian, Andreas KK, and Hoaxian. Thanks for subscribing, guys. This is a rough day. We're all a little hungover, but we're pushing through it. We're about to get into the real analysis. Just want to get your guys' thoughts. We went over the BUSD Doom. We might talk about Bitcoin Ordinals. I don't know if we're on pace for it, though. But we're about to jump into the charts. Keep subscribing. We're racing Bitcoin to 100,000. Last year, or 21, we were losing. We're catching up now with your help. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribes and sharing. The more you engage with the live stream, the more YouTube shows it to new eyes, and it helps us grow. And I appreciate you. Make sure you jump in the Discord. We're live here every other day. You don't want to miss it. So let's take a peek at Bitcoin. I'll get back to the chat in a little bit. Let's do our typical rundown. Let's do a full rundown. And what that means is a new start with a new chart. BTC USDT. Boom. New start, new chart. Let's zoom out. Let's make sure our chart is on logarithmic, which it wasn't. This is how we prepare, or I like to say, orient our compasses every day on the live. We like to zoom out, get a bigger picture, look at what's really happening, and then we zoom in and we figure out what we can expect in the days to come and even in the live stream. So let's do that. Monthly chart, there's our basic setup. Pushed against resistance on the month. February, currently red. I'm going to throw Marketcipher B up on here. Momentum is pinched. VWAP's up. No change. Let's go to the week. Let's go to the weekly. Marketcipher B still looking like poop on the week. No change there either. I'm going to add RSI, or Relative Strength Index, to the chart. I'm going to add MACD to the chart just because they're my favorites. Let's also throw on our Ichi, though I don't think we're going to have to use it much today. Don't think. Ichimoku Cloud, or KJ's trending down, unfortunately. 20,200 being suggested as support by our Ichimoku Cloud. And of course, that is super, super close to a value that we're familiar with, 21.6. Why is there no indicators on this? Our weekly death cross just spawning at the close of last week. We have been watching that. I don't know. I think we were literally the first people to point it out live on this channel. We're the cutting edge of TA. I have another first actually for you in just a minute. But it's happened. Price hasn't really reacted. Not a lot. I mean, we've seen some selling. Certainly sentiment is souring. I think that's a good thing. But if we take out our take out our Fibonacci extension and retracement tool, we see that we haven't really gone anywhere. Last week traded below the 236. That is what signals a retracement. Above that, we weren't retracing. Now we are. Sitting down below us is a very spicy value at our 618 retracement, or our golden Fibonacci retracement. 18.3, likely to act as a very strong support if we see selling into the next week and in this week. But that's getting ahead of ourselves. We got some supports in between. Our side cooling off, MACD cooling off. Right, nothing on the week either. On the week. Not a lot has changed in this chart. It's weird. Marketcipher B on the day. So we are looking for money flow to roll over, which would suggest downside or further downside. Momentum has not pinched. We haven't gotten a reversal signal yet. MACD though, or no, I keep saying that. VWAP, this is yellow is the VWAP here, is reaching towards zero. It looks a little undecided at the moment. It looks like it's reaching towards zero. When it does, if it can push up, it doesn't have a high bar to break for a higher high there. We could see money flow recover. And our goal then would be to see a higher high on the daily money flow. Unfortunately, at the moment, it doesn't look like that's what's happening. So if we even see this happen, it may paint a lower high, go to break that low, and then that will confirm our rollover and continuation of the downside. But we are not there yet. Keep your eyes peeled. Any move to the upside on the day is likely to pinch a lot of different indicators on the bottom, or oscillators on their bottom, and signal reversal. We don't got it yet. We don't have it yet, but it might happen. The 12-hour, holy moly. 12-hour was our leading indicator into this run at the start of 21. It became very bullish with higher highs and higher lows. That crested out around the end of January. And since then, we've been waiting for the 12-hour to roll over. This took its time, man. Money flow within, I don't know, margin of error of being at the zero line, being into or trending into negative money flow. Not quite there yet. It's do or die, says the 12-hour. The 12-hour says you could get kind of a pump out of nowhere and you can recover, similar to what we were looking at on the daily, or you were right, you're rolling over. And at the moment, that does seem to be what's happening, doesn't it? Momentum is trending back up, but it might be threatening another cross, maybe for an uneven butt cheeks pattern. Combined with VWAP heading towards zero, the 12-hour, without some kind of miracle pump. And actually, let's use our news that we discussed earlier to kind of maybe put this in perspective. Tomorrow, core CPI and CPI numbers come out, very important to the Fed. If those do come in, cool. They come in under expectations for inflation. That might be the kind of out of nowhere rally. That's definitely just speculation. We don't know how those numbers are going to be, but just giving you an idea, if we got maybe the right, and I don't even know what that would be, if we got the right news tomorrow, this still could be saved. But at the moment, it is not looking great. Momentum, according to MACD, waning selling momentum, but at this point, it's going to be hard to trust that, isn't it? After 3 weeks of pure selling momentum on the 12-hour, not great. I did miss the green dot on Marketcipher B on the 12. That is usually signaling of a bottom. Could be local, doesn't have to be a macro bottom. Usually you do get some kind of bounce, but I would say that's probably enough of the bounce, to be honest. So far, weekly, daily, and the 12-hour, not in good condition. Not in good condition. The 12-hour does have a little bit of hope there with if you get a rally, and I would say it has to be in the next 2 12-hour candles, so the next 24 hours. You could save that. But I don't see it yet. Let's try a 6-hour time frame. Any time frame is valid, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Every time frame is valid, and in my opinion, how important they are is literally just how long they are. There are a few time frames that are invalid. I'm not really going to go into that. And those would be things where you create weird candles. So a day is 1,440 minutes. If we do 1,439 minutes, this won't be a valid time frame, in my opinion, because what it's showing you is essentially an entire day candle followed by a 1-minute candle. So I don't really feel that's valid. Let me know your thoughts. Let's look at the 6, and we're going to zoom into lower time frames, see what's going on. 6-hour is not in great condition either with this lower low on money flow now. We're seeing this could be like an uneven butt cheeks. We were looking for that maybe on the 12. That would be nice for a rollover, but we have a lower low on money flow after a very weak. Is this even green? Nope, didn't even reach positive. 6 hour is not super happy here. You are going to find bullish divergence on many time frames. As your lows have come down now, we broke, I think, what is it, like last week's low? This week already. We broke a new low. So what you're going to look for on oscillators is this. We broke to a new low, but RSI did not break to a new low. We have a higher high in RSI with a lower low in price. Those do not match up. So that is a bullish divergence. That's technically a hidden bullish divergence, which is a strong divergence. But that is not enough to trade off of. It's something to keep in mind. 6 hour looks like crap, but you do have, let's even add something to our chart here. Let's add like a little thumbs up at this low, just to remember. Just remember there's a divergence there. It's likely visible on more time frames too. 12 hour is visible. Daily, it could be visible if we see any kind of upside. That's not bad. Doesn't look like we're dropping frames anymore, which is excellent. We had some problems with our connection earlier, 16 minutes ago. Hopefully it didn't ruin the stream, because a lot of the time YouTube will just like shadow ban a stream if it loses connection. I'm going to try to turn tunes back on because I don't like talking to myself in quiet. See how that goes. All right. All right. Looking at some divergence. Nothing looks good yet. You know, I missed something on the day here. Very local daily support at 21.6. This would be a pretty solid place for the daily to settle back up above before it closes. That gives it 4 hours and 41 minutes. That's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Let's go down into the low time frames. And when we do this, we are going to start looking at what we might see during our live stream price action wise. 2 hour does look like it wants to roll over, but it is really taking its time. We can see the highest or lowest, we'll call it, point in money flow right here. A series of lower highs and lower lows. So the 2 hour does look to roll over, in my opinion. That is excellent because literally no other time frame was looking good, really. VWAP hitting that zero line. Momentum likely to pinch in the next, let's see. Maybe with a strong close in 40 minutes even. Same bullish divergence on RSI. It's literally everywhere. Literally everywhere. Down to the hour. Nice close 20 minutes ago, it seems. This is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. So almost the exact opposite of what we saw in the 2 hour. On positive money flow, we had our highest peak. Looking left, our pullback or our low on money flow was broken here. The hourly wants to roll over. The hourly definitely wants to roll over. The only goodie here is VWAP is hitting a pretty high, exceeding its last 1, 2, 3. You have to look all the way back here for a higher high. That does signal some kind of change in the trend. A little bit more bullishness than we would expect with money flow in such a condition. Momentum's trickling off to nothing. With bullish divergence. All right, I think the hour actually looks pretty good, and I like that because we need a little bit of goodie on the 2 hour to pull that money flow back into green, to have money resume entering the market versus exiting it. Look at the 30. 30 does not look good, though. These VWAP highs are nice. 30 doesn't look great. Ooh, weird, very ugly, very unusual looking money flows here. Usually they're a lot more orderly, like we can see here. Very clean crest and peak. Very clean crest and peak. Pretty clean crest and peak. This is kind of squiggly lines, man. I do like the higher VWAP high. We see that on the 15, 30 hour, 2 hour. Momentum's back to buying here on Marketcipher B. Barely. But we have been seeing bulls not really get a chance in the last 24 hours. Every time momentum has come positive, it's been rejected back down. I'd like to see this high break here, and that would say we got to see more upside, wouldn't it? Excellent. 5 minute rolling over. All right, very low time frames. Here's my take. Very low time frames are looking for more retracement on this fall. Let's take a peek at where we might look. So let's zoom in, if we have any very local trends here, and we obviously do. Extend this out. Boom. It is starting to look white coffee, isn't it? White coffee. And I am hurting today. I barely even drank. I haven't been drinking this year. And my tolerance is still, I don't get drunk, but I just feel like crap the next day. Getting old sucks. Phew. All right. Using our Fibonacci tool, we notice our 618 retracement sitting right there at 21.8. I believe that's our daily level. Daily level, right? Daily. Logical spot. Logical place to see price action move to. No help here. It's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's cool. This is hard. I think, all right, so low time frames are looking good. Higher time frames are not. I think what we're going to see is a slow march back up. Now, not back up anywhere exciting. At the moment, only targeting 21.8. We can see 618 retrace. That is a higher time frame level. You have bullish divergence on this low. But then your 15 is a little janky. So what? Something like this. Something like that. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to go with that for today. Go for that. Let's set alerts. So during the live, if we do see price movement, we know. Done. Okay. There we go. Make sure you guys are still smashing those likes and subscribes. I don't think we've had any new ones since I shouted out Otaku-san. So if you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, join us. Help us get to 75K. If you haven't hit the like button, let's get to 420 or 840 likes according to OhNoY2K. That's our goal today. 840. We can do it. We can do it. We have 300 something, 700 viewers. We have 390 likes. Guys, we can get 420 likes right now. Let's do it. If we get 420 likes right now while I'm talking, I will gift out some memberships. We haven't done that in a while. If you want to win the membership, because we're going to get 420 right now. We got 700 viewers. We just need a few people to click like. If you want to get them, make sure you have gifting enabled or opt into gifting on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed, liked, voted in the poll, chatting. Put something in the chat, you guys. Put anything in the chat because YouTube says it gives people who engage with the live stream priority on the gifts. They're random. So if you want to win them, put a little spam in the chat. Make sure you subscribe, liked, etc. 451 likes. There we go. Money in the bank. All right, I'm going to gift them out now. Hold tight. Hold steady, lads. Deploying more capital as our viewership is climbing during our live. Deploying more capital. Cut me a break, YouTube. Let me do it. I always give you guys like a minute to spam, to engage. And we're going to launch these memberships out. Let's go. That's right. Let's go. LFG. Let's go. Put something in the chat. Those memberships are going to be shooting out in just a minute. Steve Sanchez subscribing. He wants a membership. I hope you win, Steve. You win. Is the alert box going off? I don't even know. Steve Sanchez. Thank you, my friend. Did it gift him out? Said it was going to. Is best. Thank you, sir. There we go. They're going out hot. They're going out hot. Gains, 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 gains. 5 memberships gifted. Congrats to Venom Hex, Alex Koo, Dale Russell, Gasper. My man Gasper. Pow, pow, pow. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. LFG Connor, that's right. That's right, boys. Bing bong. Bing bong. So, let's update the live stream trades. I'm really disorganized today, guys. I'm hungover. I did reopen shorts. We did get skunked out of our better short position. Basically, I think it's only a few $1,000 between them. Oh, yeah. You're ready. You're ready, SpongeBob. Only a few $1,000 between them. Currently up 13.7%. Very small gains so far. Basically, the logic behind this was very simple. Logic behind it, very, very simple. I'm going to show you guys right now. Oh, you're ready, buddy. Okay. Logic very simple. This is really the way I did it. So, what I did is looking at this broadening wedge. Typically, broadening wedges break to the upside. However, you're ready. Will you not play all of them, Alert Thanks. What's up, Jim Supples and Peter Mack, James Campbellford, subscribe, Nathan Bender. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. Basically, as long as we were below 2.2, this wedge was, what's the wording? Not resolved. Technically still below the breakout point. And so what I did is I looked to take a short. And I got a really good entry on that. I looked to take a short, honestly, playing against the wedge. Playing against the wedge. 21,945. I just basically took the high and said, okay, we're in this wedge. If we see the wedge resolve, then it should push up past 22.2. And what I can do to play against it is to open a short with a stop right at that 22.2. And then if this doesn't resolve the way that we would expect it to, which it hasn't so far, I would have a little bit of hedge against the downside. This played pretty well. I have my stop set. I have one at 22.143 and one at 22.3. That one I haven't changed yet, but you can see it's from that same logic. From that same logic. Right there. Not a bad entry. Probably end up moving my stops down because I always do that with shorts and then they get stopped. Thus is life. Right now I'm going to change one of them. There we go. Moving that down just a little bit. If I was ballsy, I could move them down to 21.7-ish and change, but I'm not going to. Our long, still long. No update there. It opened at 16.5. It's still 182% in profit for like 3,000 or 4,000. Stop. Probably ill-advised at 18.2. I kind of want to really move it up. I'm not going to. Easy peasy. Also update you guys, I've been using BingX's spot grid. BingX used to sponsor us. They don't anymore, but they're still a good exchange. So I'm using my link to help support the channel. But one thing I really do like, this is a spot grid, so it's just automated. Spot grid trading just pushes out grids. You don't have to do anything. This is by no means a free money machine. You know, you can incur losses, but since you're not using leverage, the losses that you have are essentially, well, you're maybe stuck in one of these altcoins. If I was very risk off, I would probably only do BTC. But I have a few kind of spicier ones up here. I'm curious to see how they play out. These bots, at least Spot Grid, they're all about when you open them, when you start trading them. That's why these are in some solid profit, because they were opened at lows. If you open them at a, after a really strong rally, like let's say 2 weeks ago, you're likely to just get stuck in those spot positions. So be careful. There is risk, of course. But this is just a, you can see total I have maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, less than $1,000. This is not a big part of my portfolio. This is just kind of like a little, let's call it diversification of what I'm doing with my funds. I miss yield. This is like my yield for now. Let's jump into some alts. Let's jump into some alts and quickly look what is anything moving during the live. HBAR, of course, we're going to have to update on HBAR. I don't know where my HBAR chart went. Let's pull up HBAR. Hedera. Lots going on this chart. Let's make it a little easier. Right now, today, on HBAR, right now, in this moment, the 200 and the 50 daily moving averages are looking to perform a golden cross at 5.8 cents. Price is currently at 8.7. It's kind of far away from the cross. That is a little... I don't really like that. I prefer my prices to be very close to the crosses because what we see commonly is price move to the crosses. Even if they do eventually resolve in the way we'd expect, I don't like that drop. 33%. Now, it's not guaranteeing. I'm not even saying that's going to happen. It just makes me a little less comfortable. One thing that we can infer from this is if we do see a drop, and that likely can be signaled by the 20 daily at 7.2 cents. If we do see trading below there, that 5.8 or we'll say 5.5 cent level is likely to act as a very strong resistance as price has traded there for not 50, not 100, but 200 days averaged in this range. Likely to be support if we see sell-offs. Let's get rid of our moving averages. Let's go to all of these things written here. Lots of stuff. So last time we looked at it 2 days ago, HBAR was having a great day. It's having a great day. We said you've pushed past 8.5 cent resistance. Now you are basically in a big old void above you. You have that here. From 8.5 cents to 20 cents, we have incredibly inefficient price action. Not only, I guess, on the way down here, but on the way up, and specifically and more importantly, on the drop of 22. Very inefficient. We did not see bounces that were trapping buys, getting FOMOs in. This was just down, which is essentially limit orders being filled, buy limit orders being filled, and then likely folded as price continued down. No long profited during this time. So that creates a very defined gap or void in price. And in the past, we have seen very explosive moves through these gaps. We speculated that it may touch 10 cents before coming back down. Interesting that golden cross is happening right here. It may come back down and then look to make that move all the way to 20 cents. So far, so good, actually. Worked out really well. Really, really well. Yesterday, I guess price basically did hit 10 cents. I didn't know that. It hit 9.9 cents. 10 cents by a different name. There we go. By a different name. HBAR. Nice daily candle, too. Looks like came back to back test your previous kind of daily range here. Didn't quite hit 7.5 cents. Let's see what our indicators might be suggesting to us. And Marketcipher B is all about this chart right now. This is beautiful. I wish Bitcoin had this. Momentum. Building. Staying positive. Money flow is the eye catcher here, though. And I guess also VWAP with a higher high. Money flow clearly trending up with the higher high here. Momentum is pinching, but that likely might even just be what we saw today in that wick bottom candle. The daily looks very, very strong, and not a lot of the rest of the market does. The weekly still has some issues, unfortunately, but MACD is suggesting that not only are we seeing buying momentum, we're seeing that buying momentum increase on the week for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now potentially 7 weeks. breaking its previous momentum high. It is telling us that this coin has upside momentum and that momentum has not begun to fizzle out yet. That's a pretty solid sign too. Pretty solid sign. Let's get down to like 12. 12-hour, unfortunately, is starting to look a little bit more like Bitcoin or the rest of the market here. Strong uptrend. That uptrend hit its highest point. Then, essentially here, broke that low, set a lower high. So the 12-hour may look to roll over, even though the daily is still strong. It's a little threatening to me. A wee. JEH, gifted a membership. Congrats, Alex Wells. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. I don't know if you're trying to get your own or if you're trying to gift it, but I appreciate you. Where's Lord Bajarki, by the way? Bajarki, we miss you. And Sleepy Fish, come back to us. If you're here, let us know. No, he's not here. He's not. No. Next time. Hype it up, Nate. That's right. A little bit of weakness on the 12-hour. A little bit. Let's get rid of this short that got stopped. We're not hiding it. We just got to clear up the chart. You're just looking for a play from resistance. Probably should have that stop above 10 cents. Get rid of some of these projections as they're a little too much. Oh, I guess 2 days ago, we didn't notice this while we were live. Our long from support did fill and did close in profit. Unfortunately, our short got stopped. But overall, if you had played both those trades, you'd be in profit. Reminder, please don't just copy my trades. These are for educational purposes, so you can see how I might go about a trade. If you just blindly copy me, you will lose money. It's not a good idea. I'm wrong all the time. I'm not a LARPer. I'm real. I'm a real trader. Real traders lose all the time. 12-hour. All right, 12-hour though it is looking to roll over, might be closing a bullish engulf here. I'm still not that comfortable with the bullish engulf. I'd like to see it honestly close above 9.5. We could still see a little bit more retracement on this. I might keep my eye at that 7.5 cent level. All you got to do, I mean, close like a daily or a week above 10 cents, and this thing is going to look to double very quickly. It's not quite there yet. The approach is good. I think it's looking strong. Right on. Maker is up. That is a name I haven't heard in quite some time. We'll have to look at it a different day. There's an old drawing I did of Goku. AGIX, real quick update. Looks like prices coming back down to the previous all-time high resistance, potentially testing it as support. That's at 26 cents, currently at 35. This is not an interesting trade to me right now until it gets to that 26, 25 cent level. KDA a little bit more interesting. I know someone out there wants to see KDA because they ask about it every stream. I said when it does something, I'll show you it's doing something. KDA from January, from this year's low to this year's high. Off of a higher low, moved to resistance at $1.35. Broke below $1. This looks like a pretty obvious back test rejection. Now you're down at the 618 retracement. Great place to potentially find support. If this is coupled with, we'll say, some divergence or some kind of other signals, might be a good place to take a position. Daily not looking so hot there. This is kind of on that same needs a miracle. Momentum down, increasing selling momentum. No real divergence on the day. I wonder if maybe a longer time frame will. No. That's ugly. Twelve hours rolled over. Not a great sign. A little bit of a knife. A little bit of a knife catch. However, you're at 86 cents. The all-time low, at least according to Binance, is 80 cents. So you're not even 10. Oh, and we're at $1. Wait. Yeah, we're at $1. Psychological level. Actually, this isn't bad. I thought this was 80 cents for some reason. You're at psychological level. It's a 618 retrace. It's a knife, but it might be playable. Problem is, you're going to look left and you're going to see this low. If whales do want to pump this, they're very likely to hit the stops there before moving up. So the entry is a little odd. I think I would take it almost at that low. I'm not going to take this trade, but I might look to take it at that low, just under $1. And target the 618 on the way back up, 122. I could play it this way. There's definitely other ways to do this. This one, a little presumptuous, but I like the risk to reward there. I like the position of it. It's 4.32 risk to reward. Pretty good. Let's see what happens there, man. FETCH.AI. We did see this high hit. It has not broken. 36.4 cents. We do have a strong support below. That also happens to line up with that 618 level. I'm not going to take this one either, but I think that there's a trade here for a smart trader. Something like that. Stops hard, man. That stop's going to be rough. I'm going to do this. Up to just under 50 cents. That's not bad. You get over a 3 to 1. I'll take it. I think there's a play. 33.8 to 50 cents could be doable. I don't love this trade either, though. I think if it does end up doing that, it will look a lot like this, and likely you'll see a large rally after, so you'll end up closing too soon, but it is what it is. If you're trading leverage, you're never holding positions in general. I think FET looks decent. Money flow is a lot cleaner than many charts. I'd definitely look for that bounce. If you zoom in, you do have a double bottom on the day if today's low holds. And since today's Monday, that's actually a double bottom on the week. It is. That might lead to some upside. It would be interesting to see this move to all-time highs, though, wouldn't it? Would be odd. If you do see this breakout again, I would target $1. I mean, $1 is like the only thing that exists above this is psychological. It's like very good target. Harmony 1. I did take this trade, actually. 2.2 cents. I'm not sure where I'm going to target. 2.6 cents is a great target. Just under 3, your previous high is a great target. We put all these on the last stream. But really, you can go to a bunch of different places. Your next kind of, say, macro, previous resistance to support. Also at your 382 retrace, that's like 4 cents. 4 cents also is the measured move from our swing high to swing low here, assuming that 2.2 cents holds. This is actually a pretty good, this is a pretty confident trade for me, actually. Your invalidation's very quick, very close. But price does look like it wants that 4 cents. That's almost 100% gain. 72% gain, something like that. I like it. 6 to 1. Wow, that's really big. Money flow is gorgeous. I like this trade a lot. You have a higher high in money flow. This is just, you don't see this on every chart. On the day, looking strong. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I like it. MINA, we looked at this last stream. It was rallying. I said, man, I'm going to look for it at 93 cents. What did it do? It spent all of its time since then retracing to 93 cents. Didn't hold cleanly. But we've got 4 hours left in the day. And honestly, anything above 8.895 is pretty good. I didn't take this trade, but it's an interesting one. Money flow looking strong too. No other updates. That trade looks decent. Looks solid. Let's see. Make sure I have alerts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close these as I go through them. So 1 we did. here for FET. Got him for KDA. Good, good, good. AGIX, already have the alerts, good. All right, moving on. SHIB. So I should update you guys. I forgot I was even in that trade. I do have that SHIB trade open. A smarter man would have closed it and taken profit, but I'm not a smarter man. Okay, it's still up 1%. All right, we're still up 1%, baby. That's not too bad. You look like we're right back to local daily support there. Interesting. SHIB backtested this major descending trend line. This is such a clean chart. That's why I took this trade. You had a flag up to right at that descending trend. You broke. You came back and tested it. You started bouncing. Man, that looked really good for a bump and run. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. But now it's come back down to this trend. And what I think I would say is the stop was here. But now if you see lower than your previous low, you probably want out of this. You see the lower low break on the second retest of this trend line. I don't like it. But I think for now it's okay. I really should have taken some profit, but I wanted to have it open for the stream. 4 hour, not great. Let's go to the day. Daily money flow. This is what really made me take the trade here, is daily money flow still looks awesome. You broke higher. You had a very, very muted pullback. Money flow still to there. As soon as that low broke, you had the rejection. The 12 hour similar to Bitcoin, right at the zero line. So I never lie to you guys. Looking at how long we have until the 12 hour does roll over, the timing lines up pretty well, probably with tomorrow morning CPI numbers. Tomorrow morning CPI numbers. Not just Bitcoin, not just crypto, but everything is likely to react at 8:30 tomorrow when those numbers come out. I don't love it. If the 12 hour pulls that miracle, which we don't have a sign of, but we do have a nice little doji candle here after two larger bodies. We got this little doji. If it can settle up this way on the 12, we will likely see a return to that 200. We don't, no reason or no ability to predict if it will retake it or not. But we got to get back above there. Something I do want to remind you all is moving averages are very lagging, and they're specifically or proportionately more lagging to the input, how many candles are looking back, like the green 200. This is looking back 200 weeks. That's days. This is looking back 200 weeks. And so it is looking at a ton of old data. It's looking all the way back to April of 2019, 4 years ago, basically. So anything that it signals, likely by the time they actually cross, has already happened, similarly to Bitcoin. The only other time we've had anything similar to this was back in 2019 when the 50 came down, and at one point, yes, looked like it was going to cross, death cross, on July 19th, actually. Look at this. So if we follow the 50 down, the timing of that cross would have been very, very close to the peak, to the high of 2019. That's pretty spicy. But it actually didn't cross, and that's maybe why no one has ever written total crypto market cap death cross. I don't know. I was kind of surprised. I looked it up first, and I was like, that's weird. No one's ever freaking written this. We need to pray. We need to pray. Hopefully tomorrow brings us some bullishness, but until something happens here, not a good look. Definitely some bearishness. Peak if anything's moved. Maker still moving. We'll look at Binary X. This is only a $500 million market cap, very tiny market cap, very little liquidity. Practice safe risk management if you decide to play this. What were we looking at last time? Looked at it once. Looking for a retracement. We got it, but it did not stop price. Man, we didn't get these measured moves, so this was looking too bearishly at the moment. Or in that moment, it seems. You've completed the retrace. Wow. You're all the way back to 175 where you dropped. That's interesting. I don't know anything about this. Not an endorsement any kind for this coin, but $200 does look like basically the all-time high. I think that was a monthly close. Resistance above, currently at 169. You have strong support, 69, at 125 to 340 or 134. If I were going to look to enter this, I would absolutely look at that support. I would not be market ordering right now at 175. In fact, I think there's an argument for a trade in the other direction. If you don't have any patience, you could do 175. I think the smarter play is up at 200. Targeting 135 on the way back down. Your stop is going to be tricky. I think you could say, all right, if it goes above 230, I want out. That was your all-time high. I could definitely see that playing. And that would fit a bigger picture of something even better. If you've been watching this channel a long time, you already know. A big old flat top, ascending low. That's kind of similar to TWT with a smaller time frame. So this is pretty cool. Careful. FOMO never pays, man. FOMO always gets you wrecked. Like 100% of the time, it's magical. At resistance, typically we look to go short. At support, typically we go long. Now we're at resistance. I think if you were itching to get into something, if you're like, I can't resist it, this coin is going to change the world. I don't know anything about it. I honestly think it would be smarter to watch for the break of 230 and then market order into the price exploration to the upside. You could target 1200 if you're a moon boy, 3300 if you're a moon boy on amphetamines, and maybe 389 if you're more reasonable. But all those things, all these numbers above are irrelevant until 230 breaks. Take a peek at Matic quick. 127 resistance, pushing price down. You do look like you broke your structure here. Market structure looks like it's changed. Boom, I like where those fibs line up. Right there. Your 0.5 and your 618 retrace, $1.93 respectively. I like that they line up on our horizontals. That looks like a nice zone of support. If Matic makes it back there, I would look for that same pattern to play out with a higher low, finding support maybe just at that dollar psychological level. This was your previous resistance before you broke to a new multi-year high, 2-year high. Back testing it, moving up would be a healthy move to the upside. Money flow is pretty strong on this. On the day, on the week, you get a little gumdrop. Everything looks crappy on the week, unfortunately. I don't know what that's from. Why did we do that? Looking for the breakout play. That being said, yep, support around $1, maybe as low as 93. Your resistance remains unchanged at $1.27. Alerts are set, and we'll follow up when one of those hits. Optimism. Are long from that previous resistance stopped out. Womp. Maybe coming back to our original idea, though, at 191. This does have a big old fun pattern of ascending lows and flat tops. Those are some of my favorite patterns in trading. That one got stopped. Some of my favorite patterns in trading. Good success rate with them. We did successfully, though our long got stopped, we did successfully project the next high. The next high after the all-time high broke at 325 using our Fibonacci extension and retracement tool. Our measured move pointed at 325. What did it do? Hit it, lower high, fell. Kind of beautiful. Kind of beautiful. I have my alert set, but I'm watching 191. Probably won't take this trade, though. Ethereum, this is the day of all of our trades getting wrecked. We had so many trades hit in a row. Now, a bunch of trades getting wrecked in a row. Looks like our stop was correct as prices traded lower. 1,577 did not hold as support. I don't really see a reason that this wick would be the low at 1,455. Ethereum has strong support at 1,420. Blaze it. And I think a position from there is probably where I would look versus right here randomly.
They talk about another kind of world.
Close. Money flow broke its structure, looks to roll over on the day, really similar to a lot of the charts we see. AXS continued to sell off. I did buy a little spot at 10. But man, that weekly is brutal. That looks terrible. Luckily, I only bought $100 worth of spot, so I don't really care what happens. Daily looks like it wants to roll over too. Man. Everything was looking so pretty, now it looks so ugly. You had a beautiful resistance. You backtested it as support. You lost it. Now you're not looking so hot. Oh well. Solana being a little bit better behaved, I think. Yeah. Solana finally filling one of our orders. The whole way up on our live streams, we kept looking for longs at supports, and it kept coming just shy, like once, twice, 3 times. Finally, back to 1972. Traded to 1970. Our supports at 1972. 2 cents. Literally could have been like 75x. It wouldn't have gotten stopped. Nice. Solana did break this pattern, and that sucks. If we lose 1972, the next major support for Solana all the way back at 1250 are trade that never filled. That'd be an ideal place. Ideal place to look to take a position for someone who wants to, believes in it. It's your 618 retrace from your low to your high. It was your macro support that you can't break. My only fear with Solana is, yeah, you bottomed out randomly at $8. If you lose these supports, the next downside target, the next downside support's like $5. That's a huge drop. Huge drop. Be careful. Be careful. Money flow barely even was positive. Already negative. Kind of ahead of the market there on the sell-off. I actually really like this because if you look to the left, this low, likely the liquidity. This retracement and this extension, not really horizontal levels, but directly below that, I think there might be another swing here. $120 or $720. 5 to 1. I like it. Looks like shit. All these charts look like crap. There's almost no point in even looking at all of them. CRV, one of the few exceptions. We've had some banger trades. CRV being reliable hasn't stopped us out yet. I mean, when you think about what happened to all the other ones, probably will. But 95-cent support, back tested. Nice green daily today with a 14% gain. I don't know if that's going to be enough with the way the rest of the market looks, though. Right back to the 618. Lame. 132 was never fully tested. That's a target for this. Money flow still strong. This is so different. Such a different story. You have your highs and lows keep coming up. Even here, your low held. Money flow trending back up. And almost in an exact reverse setup on the day to the rest of the market, you have VWAP at the zero line from negative, rolling up. You have momentum pinching, and you even have money flow moving up still right now. That's hard to believe. It's hard to believe, actually. CRV looks awesome. Problem is, you missed the entry if you haven't been in it, and now you're kind of just buying right back there at a retracement. It's a little sketchy. I would honestly not jump in now. I would look maybe down 62.8 or maybe potentially short at 132 if you see it come. Zen quick update. This actually doesn't look bad. Our little scalp trade didn't hit 15, but it was up significantly. 20%. Literally like didn't trade any lower from where we entered it. You found resistance at 1161. Now you've popped back on top of it. This could be potential support, maybe even a position. I don't feel that confident in it. Kind of another outlier. Zen, not too bad. GRT is still waiting for it to retrace from 23-cent resistance. He got support at 13.2, 12.8 below. Hasn't happened yet. At me when it does. I'll be back. Render trade. Nah. Yeah. Money flow is pretty good, but render's moved up so much. Hasn't retraced a lot. I think this is super high risk. I wouldn't take it. NKR we haven't looked at in a while, but you are finally back to the resistance we were waiting for. Or the support we were waiting for. Previous resistance. I think there could be a very tight trade, a very tight stop trade there. But there might be a little reward waiting for the patient. Perhaps 2 cents. This may never fill. $2.50 just looks like liquidity is going to get hunted there. Man, I feel like crap today. Just under 5 cents. Resistance hasn't been hit yet. Still my target. Maybe 2.7 cents will hold. Who knows? Sand breaking structure. I think sand's going to get sent to 52 cents. LRC coming back. 36.5's got to hold. That money flow is beautiful. I think it will. 50 cents psychological level. Resistance above. Looking good. Gal, I'm waiting on 2.5 cents. Man, I went through so many alts. Not that much is moving. Let's check back in on Bitcoin. See if anything's changed. I got a little fake out. 5 minute gave us a lower high, so still giving us the rollover signal that we were looking for earlier. Unfortunately, rolled over quicker than expected. I still think this doodle is going to be really close to what happens. 15 minute looking pretty bad. Pretty bad. If the 15 minute breaks this money flow low, it's going to send it. Doesn't look like it's in the cards quite yet. 30 minute condition looking better than earlier, but nothing to get excited about quite yet. It's coming up. Not a lot of changes, to be honest. Very muted price action today. Very low volatility. I really think markets are looking to trade mostly sideways until tomorrow's CPI data. Keep going. All right. Sorry for ignoring the chat for so long. With 1,000 votes, 63% of us are looking for 20K before 25K. What's interesting, I know we keep asking that same question. What's interesting is as time's gone on, that has gotten higher and higher and higher, that percent. And as someone who has observed sentiment for many a year, usually you bet against that. Unfortunately today, I can't really even think about that because we don't see it on the charts. We don't see jig. We don't see diddly. Wow. We're just totally disconnected. Wow. We're totally disconnected. God damn it. What the F? We didn't have a problem for like a week and now we do again. FML. FML. Give me a second, guys. Hella annoying. Serenity now! Serenity now! Yeah, this stream's effed. I'm sorry, dudes. Dudes and dudettes. We will have this fixed for the next stream. Make sure you join the Discord. It's the best way to keep up with our live streams for when we're not lagging. Shout out to our sponsors, Bybit, Marketcipher. Sign up using my links. Help support the stream. #1 crypto trading derivatives platform. Mexi, the #1 altcoin trading platform, in my opinion. And you know what? BingX, #1 spot trade. I don't know. Use my links to sign up. Help support the streams. This is not working at all. We're going to be live again in 2 days. I'll have it hammered out by then. We did get 420 likes. Well done, fam. Sorry about this. Bunch of bullshit. Appreciate you guys that stuck around. Pushed through it. Join the Discord. You'll get some free BTC I'm going to airdrop. You guys are the best. Crown out.